What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is your Umbrella Spear community leader, the Umbrella Rock 97 here, and I'm back here with another live stream. You have read that title. So, in today's live stream, I'll be reacting to Black Sheep of the World 98's vid. Nobody cares about Kadeem the Queen. You heard it right here, folks. Today, I'm going to be reacting to one of my homies' videos. But anyways, the one thing I gotta say is this. Let me go on ahead and get the party started. So I'm gonna be doing what I am gonna be doing, and that is I will be activating my live chat. Okay, so let me see if I can actually try to get this working. Let me go on ahead and see. Okay, here we go. That should be able to do the actual trick. Okay, so now it's about time for me to actually get into the comments and stuff like that. Okay, so let me see who's here. I believe who is here. We've got Cookie Cops 2001. If I got your name correctly. Okay, so this is what you're saying, or what I believe you're saying as of right now. Hello, Umbrella. The Cookie Cops are here. This is what you also said. The Cookie Cops have grounded the criminals today. Okay, so that's what I believe you're saying as of right now. Okay, so I can see that I do believe these are like allies from like the Weak Club and stuff like that. But one thing that I am going to be saying though as of right now is I'm not going to really say too much into detail because of the Weak Club or so. Because the way I see it right now, I don't believe that this live stream has nothing to do with the Weak Club. But the way I see it right now is this live stream has got to be said though one way or another. Okay, then. So let me go on ahead and see if I can get to some other comments or so. Okay, so let me go on ahead and see who is here, or I believe who is here right here right now. We've got Caden. How's it going? This is what you're saying, or what I believe you are saying. I am rightfully so and very angry at this fucking site doing something that is completely dense. I actually have to agree where you're coming from as of right now, Caden. So all I can really say right now is I heard about what happened, but I'm not quite sure if I am going to be addressing that topic or so because the way I see it right now is most likely I do want to address this topic when it comes to one of my homies, Black Sheep of the World 98 or so. So I hope that you can actually understand where I'm actually coming from. But more or less, I am going to go on ahead and get to these other comments, and then I will get to these new ones. Okay, let me see who's here, or I believe who is here, right now. We've got Doors Fan. How's it going? Anyways, it's good to see you right now, Doors Fan. So the one thing I want to say to you is this: hopefully that you are doing well for yourself, and not only that, hopefully that you are having a good day so far. So that is the one thing that I want to say in regards to you, Doors Fan. But yeah. But anyway, since you are actually here as of right now, you are more than welcome to actually say your piece if you actually want to or so. But I'm starting to see that there's some new people in the live chat, which I will get to in just a bit. So I do appreciate that the people in the live chat have been, waiting patiently for this. But I am going to go on ahead and see if I can get to these new comments or so. Yep. Okay. So I'm starting to see that there are some new people or so, which I will get to in just a bit. Okay, so let me see if I can get to the live chat. Okay, so let me see who is here, or I believe who is here, right now. Hey, Leon, what's up, man? Anyways, it's good to see you right now, Leon. So the one thing I want to say to you is this: hopefully that you are doing well for yourself, and not only that, hopefully that you are having a good day so far. So that is the one thing that I want to say in regards to you, Leon. But anyways, Leon, since you are actually here in my live chat, you are more than welcome to actually express yourself. But Leon, since you are here in the live chat, I am going to be reacting to one of my homies' so-called, how do I say this? His videos. So that way, hopefully that, you and the people in the live chat can actually enjoy what it is. I mean, you could say to an extent that I have noticed that my homie Black Sheep of the War 98, he did uploaded this video or so, but unfortunately it's not available or so, but thankfully I was able to find a way to react to it or so. But I am going to go on ahead and see who's in my live chat, or I believe who's in my live chat right here, right now. Hey, Rage Master, what's up, man? Anyways, it's good to see you right now, Rage Master. So the one thing I want to say to you is this. Hopefully that you are doing well for yourself, and not only that, hopefully that you are having a good day so far. So that is the one thing that I want to say in regards to you, Rage Master. But anyway, since you are actually here as of right now, you are more than welcome to actually express yourself if you actually, want to. I mean, I do appreciate the comment, but I want to make sure if, the comments can be slowed down a bit because I do want to make sure that people can actually see their points across, if anything. Okay, so I'm starting to see some new comments or so, which I will get to in just a bit, but I'm pretty sure that people like Caden wants to go on ahead and say his piece, which I will get to, I believe, as of right now. Okay, so let me go on ahead and see what Caden's going to be saying or what he is going to be saying right here, right now. Oh, I do understand. Okay, so the one thing that I want to say as of right now, Caden, is I could address it just a little bit or so, but I might consider saving this topic for another time, though. Possibility next week or so, but I don't want to go off topic of anything, Caden, because I want to make sure that this live stream is all about my homie, Black Sheep of the Ward 98. I mean, as much as I would address the incident that actually happened, especially within this community, I think I might consider talking about it for a bit or so, but most likely I might consider saving this topic for another time or so. So I really do hope that you can actually understand because I don't want to make sure that I'm going off topic or so. I want to make sure that I actually stay on topic. So, Caden, I really do hope that you can actually understand where I'm actually coming from when it comes to this live stream. But let me go on ahead and see who's in my live chat, or I believe who's in my live chat right here, right now. We've got Mega Gamer 2004. How's it going? Anyways, it's good to see you right now. Mega Gamer 2004. So the one thing I want to say to you is this. Hopefully that you are doing well for yourself, and not only that, hopefully that you're having a good day so far. So that is the one thing I want to say in regards to you, Mega Gamer 2004. Actually, let me rephrase that. Mega Gamer 2004. Yep. But I am going to go on ahead and make sure if I can get to these other comments or so. So yeah. Okay, so I want to make sure if you're going to say your piece as of right now. Mega Gamer 2004. But let me see if I can get to some of the other comments or so, because I want to make sure if I can let people say their piece or so. Okay, so let me go on ahead and see what Rage Master is going to be saying, or what I believe he's going to be saying right here, right now. Black Sheep of the World 98. Hell yeah, let's go. Okay, so the one thing I want to say as of right now, Rage Master, is you could say that this might be the bad news that unfortunately Black Sheep's video, like, he does have it or so. I mean, you could say to an extent that it was in his channel, but unfortunately it wasn't available. But thankfully, I found another way to actually react to it. And hopefully that you people are actually going to have a chance to be enjoying the so-called video. And I just have to give major props to my homie Black Sheep of the World 98 for the video or so. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that he doesn't mind if I react to it or so. I mean, think about it like this or so. I have known my homie Black Sheep of the World 98, I would say like for about like 40 years or so. I mean, I may not be talking with them all that much or so, but thankfully, me and him are actually really good friends or so. But let me see what Leon is going to be saying, or what I believe he's going to be saying right here, right now. I'm doing good. Just waiting for my dinner to come via Uber Eats as I'm having pizza tonight. Oh, okay. So the one thing that I want to say as of right now, Leon, is that is actually good to hear that you are just having some, pizza for your so-called dinner via, or should I say, Uber Eats or so. But Leon, since you are actually here in the live chat, I do have like a quick question for you. Like, is pizza like your favorite, food of all time or so? I'm just a bit curious or so. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it does sound like you do enjoy pizza, but it's up to you if you want to just say if your favorite food is pizza or so, but it's actually good to hear that, you're actually getting some pizza tonight when it comes to Uber Eats and stuff like that. Yep. But, you just do you for the most part anyway, Leon. But anyways, let me go on ahead and see who is here, or I believe who is here, right now. We've got Winter King. How's it going? Anyways, it's good to see you right now, Winter King. So the one thing I want to say to you is this. Hopefully that you are doing well for yourself, and not only that, hopefully that you're having a good day so far. So that is the one thing that I want to say in regards to you, Winter King. But anyway, since you are actually here as of right now, you are more than welcome to actually say your piece if you actually want to. Yep. But anyways, Winter King, since you are actually is here, I mean, what I meant is actually let me rephrase that. Since you are actually here, you are more than welcome to actually say like your piece about all of this or so. Yep. But let me see if I can get to some other comments or so because I just appreciate that, the people in the live chat are just, enjoying themselves. Okay, so let me go on ahead and see what Winter King is saying or what I believe he's going to be saying right here, right now. What up with this Kadeem loser doing? Okay, so Winter King, so to give context as of right now, so from what I've been hearing as of recently, not only is he false flagging my homie Black Sheep of the Word 98, from what I've been hearing as of recently, or should I say rather today, I've been hearing that he is trying to attempt to, as a matter of fact, I think that he false flagged TD Venom's channel. And yes, for those who are actually watching, you could say that TD Venom, unfortunately, he's not even on YouTube anymore. And it's such a shame because I actually do enjoy his content. Maybe not from start to finish, but I actually do enjoy his music. But all of it, like all of his hard work, like his content, yes, especially his content, all of it is gone. Like all the hard work that he has actually put into. But let me go on ahead and see if I can get to some comments. Okay, let me see what Kaden's saying. Okay, so the one thing I want to say as of right now in regards to you, Kaden, is this is what I believe you're saying as of right now. You don't have to if you don't have to, homie. You can focus on this main topic for now. Oh, okay. Well, one thing I want to say as of right now, Kaden, is I do appreciate that you're actually calling me, one of your homies or so. I mean, granted, you and I may not be talking all that much though as of right now, Kaden, but if you ever want to have a chance to have a civil convo between me and you, I'd be up for it or so. But Kaden, keep this in mind though, I'm not really active all that much on Instagram or so, but you could say that I'm slightly more active like on Facebook Messenger or so, but I just want to give you like a heads up on that. So I hope that you can actually understand where I'm actually coming from. But anyways, let me go on ahead and see if I can get to some other comments or so because I just want to make sure if I can see what some of the people are saying right now. Okay, so let me go on ahead and see what Rage Master's saying or what I believe he's saying though as of right now. I love pizza. Okay, this is what Mega Gamer 2004 is saying or what I believe he's saying as of right now. Me too, pizza is yummy. Okay. So, anyways, I was able to get both of your comments or so, but is it just me, or is the people in the live chat are actually just, enjoying, or what I meant to say is, are just liking the topic when it comes to pizza or so, but I don't even know. But all I can really say as of right now is this is actually, quite a surprise that I never thought that people in the live chat would be just, enjoying pizza and stuff like that. But, it's up to the people's choice if they actually want to be enjoying that, but I'm just, trying to just get my points across. Yep. But anyways, let me go on ahead and see what Leon is going to be saying or what I believe he is going to be saying right here, right now. I wouldn't go as far as to say it's my favorite per se, but it's a comfort food. I do enjoy from time to time. Oh, okay, Leon. Well, I do appreciate that, you are actually expressing yourself when it comes to pizza or so, but it's understandable if it's like if it's not like your favorite, food of all time, but you do what you got to do, man. Yep. But that also reminds me though, Leon, since you're actually here though, as of right now. So since we're actually on the topic at hand, I'm not quite sure if you're familiar with one of my homies, Black Sheep of the World 98, which keep in mind, he actually does make some pretty good content. And I don't blame him that he actually did call out, Kadeem the King, or it's like what Black Sheep would say, quote unquote Kadeem the Queen, which by the way, That to me is just, hilarious to me. But anyways, let me see who's in my live chat, or I believe who's in my live chat right here, right now. We've got BKTV official, aka Braun King. How's it going? Anyways, it's good to see you right now, Braun King. So the one thing I want to say to you is this: hopefully that you are doing well for yourself, and not only that, hopefully that you are having a good day so far. So that's the one thing that I want to say in regards to you, Bron King. But anyways, Bron King, since you're actually here in my live chat, this is the one thing that I want to say though as of right now. So you may have noticed that I haven't been active too much on Facebook Messenger. Well, to be fair though, I've been slightly more active like on Discord, if that makes any sense to you. So yeah. And not to mention, you could say as of recently, Bron King, I've been trying to focus more on my studies when it comes to college. So that could be one of the main reasons why I'm trying to cut back when it comes to live streams and stuff like that. But anyways, let me see what Mega Gamer 2004 is going to be saying, or what I believe he's going to be saying right here, right now. What's your favorite pizza restaurants? Okay. So one thing that I want to say in regards to that question is I'm not quite sure what are like my favorite restaurants or so, because to be honest or so, there's like so many like favorite, what I meant to say is there's like so many like pizza restaurants, but it's hard for me to at least pick one or so. It's like I would say like pretty much all of them would be great. But if you people in the live chat have some suggestions that you want to say, then go on ahead and just say it or so. Like in all honesty, I don't mind talking about like, this, you know, pizza topic or whatever you want to call it. But anyways, I am gonna go on ahead and see if I can get to some comments or so, because I just want to make sure if I can get to these comments. Okay, so I do believe there is one person that wants to say something, but let me see what the person is going to be saying, or what I believe the person is going to be saying. Back in December 2025, I had COVID, but I don't care. I still like going to grocery stores without wearing a mask, and COVID doesn't worry me anymore. Although I don't like being sick. Oh, okay. Well, the one thing that I want to say though, as of right now, is I never thought that you would actually experience that back in like December 2025 or so. But thankfully, we're in this brand new year, which is the year 2026. But we want to make sure that we actually try to have a positive year or so. Because let's be honest about this year just started or so, but yeah. But I am going to go on ahead and see if I can get to some other topics or so. Okay, so I do believe that Leon wants to go on ahead and say his piece or so. So let me see if I can actually try to get this comment or so. Okay, so the one thing I want to say in regards to you, Leon, is this is what I believe you're saying though as of right now. Mine isn't from Pizza Hut. It's from a pizza place that's a few towns away, Rose Pizza, and I'm having extra cheese. Oh, okay. Well, that's actually pretty interesting to be hearing, though, as of right now, Leon. I mean, I'm not too familiar when it comes to Rose Pizza, but I might have to consider taking a look at that. I'm not quite sure if they have it around like my area or so, but there should be like Pizza Huts like nationwide, you could say. I mean, I'm most certain that there is a Pizza Hut in my area or so, but I'm gonna see if I can look into that. If they do have like roast pizza or something. I don't know. I don't know. But I do appreciate the suggestion that you did gave me. But I think most likely I might consider taking a look at that when it comes to that restaurant that you just, mentioned, Roast Pizza. But Leon, one thing that I want to say as of right now is from your, perspective or opinion, do you think that roast pizza is actually like worth actually trying out or so? I mean, if it is, then I might consider, trying it out for myself or so, because this is actually like the very first time that I'm actually hearing about roast pizza. For me personally, I'm not like too familiar. Yes, I'm not too familiar when it comes to roast pizza or so. But if you do say that it is good, then most likely for me personally, I might consider trying it out or so. Yep. I mean, I don't even know. But it's up to you, Leon. Yes, it is up to you, Leon, if you want to just, say your piece when it comes to roast pizza or so. But let me go on ahead and see if I can get to some of these comments or so. So, yeah. Okay, so I do believe that Bron King wants to go on ahead and say his piece. So let me see what he is going to say, or what I believe he's going to be saying right here, right now. Kadeem likes it in the butthole. All I can really say as of right now, Bron King, is that is got to be the most hilarious shit I have ever heard of in my entire life. That you just said that just now. That quote, Kadeem likes it, in his so-called butthole. I mean, let's be honest about this. As of right now, Bron King, at this point, it's like people are just, making fun of him because, he doesn't even know when to keep that mouth shut. But then again, Bron King, from what I've been hearing though, as of recently, is this is what I'm actually observing, or from what I've been hearing. So you could say that in extent that he false flagged TD Venom's channel, and he's trying to do this with one of my homies, Black Sheep of the Word 98. Okay, so the one thing that I want to say in regards to this person, pizza is a good cheap meal on Friday night to Sunday night, i.e. fast food. So I see. Okay. So the one thing that I want to say though is it's actually good to be, hearing these types of topics or so, but if I'm gonna be honest with you as of right now, Bron King, is I never thought that you would be, how do I saying this? Roasting Kadeem in my own live chat. Yep. But if you want to go on ahead and just, keep on roasting him, Bron King, then you are more than welcome to actually do that, because at the same time, this backlash that he caused, he did it himself. It's like nobody did it, not me or anybody in the live chat. So at this point, he has nobody to blame but himself. Yep. Okay. So the one thing that I want to say, Mega Gamer 2004, that's actually good to hear that you're eating healthy. Okay. The one thing I want to say as of right now, Caden, is you did mention Marcus Pizza. Yep. I might consider, checking that out or so. Yep. But the one thing that I want to say as of right now, Caden, is if you do say that, Marco's Pizza is actually, good, and if I should, give it a try, then I might consider, trying it out for myself. Yep. But I am gonna go on ahead and make sure if I can get to, some other comments though as of right now. Okay. So let me go on ahead and see if I can get to this comment. Okay, so I'm gonna see what Leon is gonna be saying, or what I believe he's gonna be saying right here, right now. This is my first time I'm having them, as it's not gonna be here for another half hour due to where it is. Oh, okay. Well, the one thing that I want to say as of right now, Leon, is if you are going to be trying it for like the very first time, then I really do hope that it is going to be worth it or so. But if you happen to say that it is good or so, then you're more than welcome to let me know in the live chat, or you could just send me like a picture, or like, your opinion about, this so-called pizza, which is roast pizza, in the private DMs or so. Yeah, it's like either or. You can let me know on either Facebook or Discord or so. But I'm gonna see if I can try to be more active, more on Discord, if anything or so. But I'm starting to see that Discord is being slightly more interesting in my opinion. But anyways, okay. So the one thing that I want to say to this person in the live chat, let me see what you are gonna be saying, or yeah, what I believe you're gonna be saying. Yeah, because I remembered back in 2020 when I used to be afraid of COVID-19, and 2020, 2021, and 2022 ish. But now I'm over it, and I'm not wearing a mask. Never again. Oh, okay. Well, that is completely understandable that if you do not want to have a chance to, try that out or so. I mean, I don't even know. But the one thing that I want to say though is if you are not comfortable with, trying that out or so, then, it's up to you or so. But I am going to go on ahead and see if I can get to some of these other comments or so. Yep. Okay, so let me go on ahead and see what Bron King's gonna be saying, or what I believe he's gonna be saying right here, right now. My mom made cabbage today. Okay, this is what Mega Gamer 2004 is saying, or what I believe he's saying as of right now. Do you play Just Dance and DDR? Okay, so to answer your question, as of right now, Mega Gamer 2004, I don't believe I have played, the game Just Dance, but in the past I have, previously played DDR, as a matter of fact, especially in the PS2 or so. But it's like this. Those were like the golden era or ages when it comes to like gaming or so. But the way I see it right now, let's be honest about this. Retro gaming, at least back then, was way more better than modern gaming. I got nothing against modern gaming or so, but I just have an opinion that retro gaming has a lot more to offer, if anything. Yep. And I'm pretty sure that the people in the live chat can actually agree with me on that. That retro gaming is a lot more better, if anything, because at least you do not have to deal with DLCs or even microtransactions, of anything or so. But unfortunately, that's what you're getting with modern gaming or so. I'm not gonna say that modern gaming is necessarily bad or so, but it's just that back then it's like they didn't have like DLCs or microtransactions, and at least you don't have to pay like extra money just to get the DLC, if anything. That's the point that I'm actually trying to make or so. At least back then, everything was in the game itself, though. And that's the one thing that I want to give credit to, retro gaming, though. So, yeah. But in my own personal opinion, I actually do like both, though. But I would just say that retro gaming is slightly more better, if anything. But let me go on ahead and see if I can get to this comment or so. Okay, so the one thing I want to say is that right now, Mega Gamer 2004 is this is what I believe you're saying though. It's right now. Same. I love playing both old and new games. Oh, okay. So the one thing that I want to say though, as of right now, is that is actually, pretty exciting to hear that you actually do enjoy, both old and the new games or so. But at this point though, if I'm gonna be like honest with you, I would just say, retro gaming and modern gaming or so. I'm pretty sure that there is people in the live chat that actually do enjoy both, retro gaming and modern gaming. But not only that though, I'm pretty sure that the people in the live chat can actually agree with me on this one thing, and that is that retro gaming is just a lot more better when compared to, modern gaming, because it just had a lot more to offer, if anything. And I would just have to just, agree with people on that. Yep. But I am going to go on ahead and see if there's going to be some people in the live chat if they want to say their piece when it comes to, gaming in general, whether it's, retro, modern, etc. It's up to the people in the live chat if they, if they do want to say their piece on this. Yep. But let me go on ahead and see and just check right now to see if there's going to be some more people that are going to be willing to say their piece, though, because I just, greatly appreciate that the people are in the live chat, just, overall, just, saying their piece about this. Yep. Okay. So let me go on ahead and just check right now just to make sure if there's going to be some other people that are going to be saying their piece on this. Okay, let me see what Rage Master is saying, or what I believe he's saying as of right now. I do like Blast from the Past when it comes to gaming, but I give modern video games a chance. So I play a lot, quite a few indie games these days. Oh, okay. So the one thing that I want to say as of right now, Rage Master, is I never thought that you would be, into that type of stuff. That when it comes to, indie games and whatnot. I mean, that's up to you on what you actually want to try out or so, but yeah. I'm gonna see if I could try to consider looking into that when it comes to, indie games or so. But to be fair though, Rage Master, isn't like indie games like, underrated or so? I don't believe that, a lot of gamers actually try that out or so. Possibilities, some few gamers or so, but I just think that, indie games are not all that mainstream or so. I'm not quite sure. I'm gonna see if I can look into that or so, but who knows? But I am gonna go on ahead and see if there's going to be some other comments or so. But yeah. Okay, so any more comments or so? By the way, you could say that in a little while, I'm going to go on ahead and get to the video or so, and I really do hope that you people will happen to enjoy, the homie Black Sheep of the World 98's, video or so. It may not be like on his channel though, but thankfully I found another way to actually react to it or so. And you people are actually going to be in for a surprise or so. Yep. Okay, so any more comments or so? So that way I could try to keep this, engaging or so. I want to make sure if you people are actually, are overall just enjoying this live stream, if anything. Okay. So, anyways, there is something that I might have to do, but anyways, I'll be right back. Okay, so I am back. I do apologize for that so-called 5-minute delay, but I just had to go on ahead and take care of some things behind the scenes or so. Okay, so to give context though, as of really yes, so to give context though, as of really quick or so, I mean, I don't know why I just, temporarily, I got caught off or so, but I'm not gonna worry too much about that or so. But anyways, one thing that I am going to be saying though as of right now is you could say that to an extent that I just spoken with one of the other leaders though, behind the scenes and that being, one Spirit 21. But all I can really say as of right now is there was a video that he just recently uploaded or so, but I think most likely I'm gonna see if I can talk more about that or so, next week or so because it's in regards to TD Venom, you could say. But anyways, let me see if I can get to back to the comments or so. Okay. So the one thing that I want to say, and as of right now, Rage Master, this is what I believe you're saying. Most indie games are like nostalgia modern games because most of those indie games are taking inspiration from older franchise. Oh, okay. Well, the one thing that I want to say though, as of right now, Rage Master is I never thought that that would be the case or so. Yep. But I am gonna go on ahead and see if I can get to this comment or so, and if I happen to miss some, comments or so, I do apologize, but I just wanted to just get this off my chest or so. But anyways, one thing that is for certain though is I'm actually, back or so, and I want to make sure if I can try to catch up with with these so-called comments, you could say. But anyways, I do appreciate that the people in the live chat have been, waiting patiently. But I am gonna go on ahead and see if I can get to another comment or so. Okay, so the one thing that I want to say in regards to you May Gamer to the 2004 is this is what I believe you're saying though. I'm gonna get Gran Turismo game on PS3. Oh, okay. So the one thing that I want to say though is that's actually exciting to hear that you're actually gonna try to how do I say this? You're gonna be having a chance to actually get that game or so. Yep. But one thing that I want to say though, in regards to the game in general, how do I say this? Oh yes, that's correct. Gran Turismo. I do believe that I have tried that game out more specifically on like the PS2 or so, but I'm gonna go on. Yes, I am gonna go on ahead and see if I can, try to, that game or so. It has been a while since I've tried that game myself or so. But anyways, okay. One thing that I want to say as of right now, Bron King, is as much as I do appreciate that you are roasting Kadeem in my live chat, but I don't think I want to be saying, that other individual or so. And I'm not quite sure if I want to say, you know what, I'll say this one time. Okay, so when it comes to, Brian delivers, it's like I got nothing against him, and I'm only gonna be saying this for context purposes or so. It's like I have no hatred for the guy, but unfortunately, I'm just trying to move on from this point or so. So I would appreciate if we don't try to bring that name up anymore. So at this point, let's just move on from Brian delivers. Again, I got nothing against him. I don't hate him, but at this point, I just want to move on. Like it's like this: he goes his way, I go my way. That's just how I like to do things, or so. So Bronking, I would appreciate if let's just try not to mention Brian delivers anymore. Let's just not do that. But you can go on ahead and roast yes, Kadeem if you actually want to, but just don't mention that name again if anything. So Bronking, I would appreciate if you do not do that or so. But anyways, let's just go on ahead and just try to get on to with the topic at hand. So is there any more comments though? Because in a little while, I am gonna go on ahead and get to you could say that the vid or rather the video. So let me go on ahead and see if there's going to be some other comments or so, because in a little while, I am going to go on ahead and actually, get started with this so-called video, especially from one of my homies, Black Sheep of the World 98. Yep. So let me go on ahead and see if there's going to be some other comments or so, because it's about to happen in a little while. Yes, I am going to go on ahead and actually, react to the video. So that way you people can actually, give your piece on it. Okay, so any more comments or anything or so? Because I want to make sure if I can, get to the comments or so, and then most likely I am gonna go on ahead and actually, get started with the video. Okay, so keep in mind the video is not like too long, and I really do hope that you people are gonna be enjoying it. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure that you people are gonna be enjoying it because I can just tell that you people just respect my homie. Yep. And for me personally, I just have mad respect for Black Sheep of the Ward 98. But if I'm gonna be honest with you people in the live chat, I'm not quite sure if Black Sheep himself will be in the live chat, but if he happens to make an appearance, then that's entirely up to him. But keep this in mind, I can't force Black Sheep to actually, be in my live chat because that's his own personal decision, of course. But keep this in mind, I respect Black Sheep, and he could do what he wants or so. And keep this in mind, he has been like a good friend of me. Okay, let me see what Bronky's gonna be saying, or what he's gonna be saying here right now. Kadeem, the scamming queen, belongs in the trash can. Okay, so the one thing that I want to say as of right now, Bron King, is that has got to be, literally the funniest shit I have ever heard of. That you just want to go on ahead and just, say that. That's actually a good name for him, Kadeem the Scamming Queen. But to be fair, though, a lot of people are just calling him Kadeem the Scamming Princess, you could say. Yep. But I don't even know. But I am gonna say this though right now. If Kadeem happens to watch this live stream and if he happens to get triggered, well, guess what? That's his own problem, not mine. Like it literally isn't. Anyways, let me see what Bronkin's gonna be saying or what he is gonna be saying right here, right now. I heard that scamming queen false flag Black Sheep's video on him. Okay. So to answer your comment as of right now, Bron King, is that is actually pretty true. So from what I've been hearing though as of recently is that is 100% true. So Bron King, keep this in mind. Not only is Kadeem going after, TD Venom, but he's also going after one of my homies, which is Black Sheep of the World 98. And not only that or so, I personally think that the reason why Kadeem is doing this is because, both TD Venom and Black Sheep of the Ward 98 are just calling out and exposing his so-called bullshit. That's what I personally believe. And not only that, but I personally believe that both Black Sheep of the Ward 98 and TD Venom, they have that legal right to be doing that. So that's the way that I see it though, if anything. Yep. Okay, so any more comments or so? Because in a little while, it's about time for me to actually get started with the video or so. Yep. Okay, so any comments or so? Because I just want to make sure before I actually were to get started with the video. Okay, so I'm just gonna go on ahead and wait a bit patiently just to make sure if I can actually, get to the video. And if you people want to have a chance to, say your piece on this, then you are more than welcome to actually do that. But right after the video or so, this is what I think. You people can actually say your piece in the live chat, or if you want to have a chance to join my panel, then you can actually do that if you want to. But first things first, I want to make sure people can actually, say their piece about all of this first, when it comes to the video. And then after that, most likely I am going to go on ahead and, let people say their piece or so. But anyways, let me go on ahead and get to this comment. Okay, so the one thing I want to say as of right now is let me see what you're saying as of right now, or what I believe you're saying. And let's not forget that Kadeem got jealous of me for dating Caden. Okay. So I do believe what you're saying is actually, true, but it doesn't really come as a shock that, if Kadeem wants to get jealous of you just because, you are dating Caden. But not only that, but from what I can tell, you're trying to be open into other musical genres. But unfortunately, when it comes to Kadeem, he just wants to be heavily, invested when it comes to, hip hop slash rap music or rap slash hip hop music, and not the good kind. And from what I've been hearing though, as of recently, he is trying to defend mumble rap, which doesn't really come as a shock to me. And not only that, but he also likes terrible female rappers. Like I will give an example though. especially these two. It's like really he likes Cardi B and Ice Spice. The way I see it though is that is just ultra trash. That he would go out of his way and just, simping over both Ice Spice and Cardi B. And it's like nobody even wants to date this dude whatsoever. It's like he can have his crush, all he wants, but that doesn't automatically mean that he's going to be with them. Yep. And not only that or so, but wait, hold on. Okay, so I will get to that comment though in a bit, but let me go on ahead and see if I can try to get my piece. So I should be able to see your comment though as of right now, Rage Master, but I'm just trying to get my points across or so. So here is the bottom line. So the way I see it though is nobody is gonna take Kadeem all that serious because, all because he has like a crush on both Ice Spice and Cardi B. But anyways, let me see what Rage Master is saying or what I believe he's saying right here, right now. Cardi B and Ice Spice are trash. I actually have to agree where you are coming from as of right now, Rage Master, because the way I see it as of right now is who can actually take, Kadeem all that serious when he, how do I say this? When he actually has a crush on the both of them. It's like for me personally, it's like that does not make any sense whatsoever. Like it honestly just isn't. Yep. But anyways, I think I've already said what I needed to say, so I think most likely I'm gonna go on ahead and see if I can actually try to get to the video or so. Okay, so if I happen to see some new comments or so, most likely I might consider checking them out right after the video or so. Okay, so anyways, without any further ado, here is the video right here, right now. Okay, so I really do hope that you people can actually see that loud and clear or so. So I'm just gonna go on ahead and just say my piece about this, and then most likely I am gonna go on ahead and just, give my thoughts on this. So yeah. So to the people in the live chat, I really do hope that you people are gonna be ready when it comes to the so-called video. And you could say that, I actually found a way to react to this video. Like this video may not be on Black Sheep's channel, but you could say, thankfully, that I actually found another way to actually react to it or so. Yep. But I am going to go on ahead and get to the video, and I really do hope that you people are going to be enjoying this. And yeah, the one thing that I want to say, though, as of right now, is I do hope that Leon is still in the live chat, so that way, if he wants to have a chance to say his piece when it comes to the homie Black Sheep of the World 98 or so, because the way I see it, though, in my own personal opinion, when it comes to Black Sheep as a person, I would see him as a realist. So that's the one thing that I want to say in regards to, my homie Black Sheep of the World 98. So the way I see it right now is I just appreciate what he has been doing or so. And, I really do hope that, he'll be able to, make some more content or so. But that's up to Black Sheep. Yes, that is entirely up to Black Sheep on what he wants to do. But keep this in mind, I can't really, tell him what to do because he is his own person. But for the most part, he's just doing his own thing anyway. So I really do hope that you people are actually going to be enjoying this video or so. And right after this video, you people are more than welcome to say your piece or so. And if you people want to have a chance to say your piece in the panel, then you are more than welcome to actually do that. But anyway, I do believe I've already said what I needed to say. So anyways, here we go. Here is the video right here, right now.
All right, so I'm gonna post on this channel because my main channel I can't post on there. They fucking took my video of what I thought about the Tony Yayo and Ja Rule situation. They took that video down. What the fuck did I say bad in that fucking video? That violated community guidelines. Bro, YouTube is fucking let's get rid of this site. But anyway, gonna talk about this irrelevant nobody loser that nobody cares about, Kadeem the Queen. This dude keeps running his mouth about me. Like, dude, bitch, nobody gives a fuck about you, Kadeem the Queen. You're irrelevant. You're a fucking nobody. Like, dude, you talk so much shit and you ain't about shit, dude. You're not the best at anything. Your videos are trash. And this dude posting somebody else's videos and get millions of views and get subscribers, dude. How you gonna post somebody else's video just to get views and dick eat off of them? Like, and and this dude known for deleting videos because his videos trash and nobody ever gave a fuck about it. Dude, nobody gives a fuck about your whack ass videos, your whack ass channel, dude. And this dude's hairline is receding, dude. Before coming at me, fix your fucking hairline. Oh, I forgot. This dude is too broke. He can't even afford a trip to Turkey to get a hair transplant. And what really pisses me off? This dude is the same age as me. Why is always people that's the same age as me the most retarded? Am I the only one in my age group that's not retarded? But I digress. Like, dude always running his mouth. This dude talk all this shit. Dude acting like he's some kind of gangster. Dude, you was a bitch. Like, you been challenged. Like, you been challenged to so many fights and you backed out because you're a bitch. You can't fucking fight. We all know that. Like, dude, not only are you balding, not only is your hairline receding, not only are you broke and still live with your mom, and not only are you living on Section 8 and living off the government, not only can you not fight, you're short, you're 5'2", you have erectile dysfunction. Like, you literally get no females like you, dude. Who would want to date, what female want to date this ugly cockroach looking motherfucker from Detroit? You're from Detroit, the dirtiest city of all. Dude, don't nobody take nobody from Detroit serious. Like, shut the fuck up. Like I said, this dude been challenged to so many fights. And I wouldn't be surprised if this dude's a snitch, just like 50 Cent. And I saw a video on TG Venom, even though I hate this dude too, that he's a wannabe 50 Cent. Yeah, he is. Cause this dude always trolling somebody, but then when somebody troll him back, he wants to cry like a little fucking bitch. Like, dude, you wouldn't last in a fight with me, dude. I'll break your fucking shit in half, dude. Dude, you would be laid out on a stretcher fucking with me. Talking about you're the greatest, talking about you're a king. You're not no fucking king. You're a fucking loser. And another thing that TG Venom said in one of his videos, that if your channel were to get disappeared, like if somebody were to hack your channel and deleted your shit, really nobody would fucking care. Nobody would even, like, people would forget that you even existed on this fucking platform, dude. Nobody likes you. Nobody takes you serious. Like, you sound fucking illiterate. You can't even fucking read at a 3rd grade level. Yeah, keep your fucking mouth shut, dude. Nobody cares about what you gotta say. Nobody cares about your garbage ass videos that you stole just to get views off somebody else's shit. And then this dude false flagging my videos. What a fucking bitch. You're false flagging because I'm telling the truth about your stupid ass. And leave my boy Umbrella Robster alone, bro. Leave me the fuck alone. Leave well enough the fuck alone, dude. And you and your gay boyfriend, Larry the Gay Man fan, who gives a fuck about that, loser? I know you laying up under him. So yeah, dude. Shut the fuck up. Get out your mama house. Get a fucking job. Get some money. Fix your fucking hairline. And take a fucking bath for once, you fucking weak ass, dirty ass, ugly ass, cockroach looking bitch. Nobody gives a fuck about you.
Thank you for your intake there, Black Sheep. I appreciate it. Thank you for speaking your piece on this so-called piece of shit. But anyways, I am back already, so I do apologize for that so-called delay or something. I just had to go on ahead and take care of some things. But anyways, I think most likely I'm gonna go on ahead and see if I can get to some of the comments or so. But all I can really say right now is I do appreciate that my homie Black Sheep of the Word 98 was giving his intake on this so-called piece of shit. Yep. But anyways, I am gonna go on ahead and see if I can get to some of the comments or so. So anyways, I do appreciate it. So let me go on ahead and see if I can get to these comments or so. Okay. So I am gonna go on ahead and see who's in my live chat, or I believe who is in my live chat right here, right now. We've got Psycho Yaiko. How's it going? Okay, this is what you're saying, or what I believe you're saying though, as of right now. Kadeem again. All I can really say as of right now, Psycho Yaiko, is well, yes and no. All I can really say is I'm not like directly responding to Kadeem, but more or less I'm reacting to one of my homies, videos, which is Black Sheep of the Word 98. So yeah. Psycho Yaiko, so to give context though, his video is not even on YouTube, but I decided to find a way to react to it, you could say. But thankfully I was able to find a way to actually do that or so. But I am going to go on ahead and see if I can get to some of these other comments or so. Yep. Okay, so let me go on ahead and see what Psycho Yaiko is going to be saying, or what I believe he's going to be saying right here, right now. That Ebonic cookie monster. All I can really say is that right now, Psycho Yaiko, is that's actually pretty funny that you just said that you want to go on ahead and call him that or so. But yeah. But anyways, I am gonna go on ahead and see if I can get two more of your comments though as of right now, Psycho Yaiko. But yeah. But I never thought that you would actually be funny when it comes to, you being in my live chat. But anyways, let me go on ahead and see if I can get to some of these other comments though, because overall I'm just, enjoying this, this live stream. So thankfully I was able to get this out of the way, the video or so. But anyways, let me go on ahead and see if I can get to. Okay, so wait, hold on. What is this supposed to mean? Okay, so let me see what Psycho Yaiko is going to be saying, or what I believe he's going to be saying right here, right now. He accuses TD Venom of being whitewashed for some reason. Okay, so to give context as of right now, Psycho Yaiko is. I don't even know why he would actually do that. Oh, by the way, speaking of TD Venom, so I'm not quite sure if you actually heard the news as of right now, Psycho Yaiko, but unfortunately, if you actually looked in, if you type in the YouTube search bar or whatever, if you type up TD Venom, his channel is no longer available or so. So yeah, it's actually quite shocking to hear that his channel is completely gone. I don't even know how that would why that would happen or so, but I personally think that Kadeem actually false flagged him, just like what he's doing to my homie Black Sheep of the Road 98. So the way I see it right now is I think it's safe to say that Kadeem is known to be false flagging people. But anyways, let me see what Psycho Yaiko is saying, or what I believe he's gonna be saying right here, right now. Kadeem's claim to fame is gaining viewership from other videos. Okay, so the one thing I want to say as of right now, Psycho Yaiko, is I don't even know why he would do that. And to be fair, though, that is not his content whatsoever. He is literally stealing other people's, content, and he wants to claim it as his own. And for the life of me, I don't even know why he would try to, get viewership or even sub bot because of that. But the way I see it right now is that should go up against, guidelines when it comes to being on YouTube or so. And let's be honest about this. The way I see it right now is Kadeem, he is not like a true YouTuber, because if he actually is, he would be making his own content or so, and not be stealing other people's, content, or rather his, other videos in general. So that's how the way I see it right now. Anyways, let me see what Bron King's gonna be saying, or what I believe he's gonna be saying right here, right now. Okay, so the one thing I want to say as of right now, Bron King, is in a way I can see to an extent that Kadeem would be Curious George, but I'm not going to be addressing too much of that, other individual because Bron King, if I'm going to say my piece on this live stream is not even about him whatsoever. But I think most likely we should stay on topic at hand. But I would appreciate Bronking if we can, try to stay on topic. I mean, I can understand if you're trying to mention that individual or so, but at this point, I'm not even going to be saying his name whatsoever because this live stream is not even about him whatsoever. So I do hope that you can actually understand where I'm actually coming from as of right now, Bronking. But anyways, let me go on ahead and see if I can get to some of these other comments or so. Okay, so let me go on ahead and see what Rage Master is going to be saying, or what I believe he is going to be saying right here, right now. Kadeem, he's too lazy to edit his own video. Okay, so the one thing I want to say as of right now, Rage Master, is I'm pretty sure that Kadeem doesn't put like the hard work and dedication, like literally anything, and he just wants to go around and stealing people's content, and he wants to claim it that that's his own. And in my own personal opinion, I personally think that people should be able to call that out or so because, that's not what a real YouTuber does whatsoever. So that's the way I see it. But I am gonna go on ahead and see if I can get to some other comments or so. I do have to agree with some of the people in the live chat, so I will get to these comments or so. So let me see if I can get to Psycho Yaiko and I believe eventually Rage Master. Okay, let me see what Psycho Yaiko is going to be saying or what I believe he's going to be saying right here, right now. I know it's not a flex. Be original if you're going to create content. That's exactly what I'm saying, Psycho Yaiko. But unfortunately, when it comes to Kadeem, he doesn't want to do that whatsoever. And it's such a shame that he doesn't want to go on ahead and, put hard work, dedication into his content. And in my own opinion, or in my own eyes, he is not even a real YouTuber. Like, he is really not whatsoever. And it's such a shame, though, because it's like this. At one point, he had some friends to an extent, but guess what? A lot of people are actually waking up and realizing that he's full of shit. And not to mention, the dude is just full of bullshit. He doesn't provide any proof whatsoever. He just wants to go on ahead and slander people and have this mindset by having this he said she said bullshit. Let me see what Rage Master is going to be saying or what I believe he's going to be saying right here, right now. Black Sheep of the World did mention that he functioned at a third grade level, something like that. Oh, you better believe it, Rage Master, because the way I see it though, as of right now, is I'm pretty certain that Kadeem he does have like a third grade, level at this point. Yep. But I think at this point or so, I think that I've already made my points across when it comes to Kadeem. It's like this dude, he's not going to change whatsoever. He doesn't want to admit that he's wrong, and it's like this. He wants to get onto people by holding themselves accountable. But what about Kadeem? Like he wants to claim that he doesn't do anything wrong when he has done plenty of wrong, but he doesn't want to admit that he's wrong, and this is why a lot of people do not respect him whatsoever, myself included. But let me go on ahead and see what Rage Master is going to be saying or what I believe he's going to be saying right here, right now. He's lazy. He doesn't want to be patient, which is key to make good, better content and get view. I actually have to agree where you're coming from as of right now, Rage Master, because he is known to be doing that, and it really doesn't come as a shock to me. Like it really doesn't, though. But yeah, I'm just trying to get my points across or so. But I do believe that I've already said my piece about, when it comes to Kadeem or so. But keep it in mind or so. It's like I'm not gonna really, say too much about Kadeem, but most likely I just wanted to react to one of my homies, Black Sheep of the World 98's video or so, because as much as I would, enjoy the video privately or so, I cannot enjoy it on his, channel anymore because the video isn't available or so. So instead, I just had to find a way to react to it. But anyways, let me see what Rage Master is saying or what I believe he's going to be saying right here, right now. I bet he was in special ed and have to graduate at 21. Okay, so the one thing that I want to say as of right now, Rage Master, is that wouldn't actually, come as a shock to me whatsoever. Like, if he wants to, be in special ed and be graduating like at age 21 or something, it's like, if that seems to be the case, so as of right now, Rage Master, then in my own eyes, then he is just pathetic at this point. Like, he really is, or so. Not to mention, or so, I've been seeing some people that are making responses, but knowing Kadeem, he's not going to be doing that or so, because in my own personal opinion, like, I just think that he is just too chicken shit to, yes, he is just too chicken shit to be doing anything. Yep. But anyways, I am going to go on ahead and see what Psycho Yaiko is going to be saying, or what I believe he's going to be saying right here, right now. As long as he can heavy lift and dig, then he's following his dreams. Okay, so one thing that I want to say as of right now, Psycho Yaiko, is I'm not quite sure what you actually mean by that, but it wouldn't necessarily come as a shock for me whatsoever. So I don't even know. But the bottom line is this, or so. So the way I see it right now, anything Kadeem does at this point, it's like he is just, a laughing stock. But not only that, but he is just a straight up locale. Like anything he does, it's like he is just proving people's points. Like he honestly is. Yep. But anyways, I am gonna go on ahead and see if I can get to some of the comments or so, because I want to make sure people are actually gonna be, saying their piece about this or so. Okay, let me see what Bron King is going to be saying, or what I believe he's going to be saying right here, right now. Kadeem is Cyrax 2.0. I have to agree where you're coming from, Bron King, but the way I see it right now is I'm not quite sure if I can compare, Kadeem to Cyrax or so, because to be fair, though, I would just have to say that Cyrax is in a whole new level. And not to mention or so, but I do believe that to this day, he's just trying to cause controversy or so. I'm not quite sure if it's like on YouTube, but other social media platforms or so. But not to mention, though, people to this very day are calling out Cyrax and exposing, his actions and whatnot. But I'm not quite sure if I want to say my piece about Cyrax or so, but I don't even know. But keep this in mind, Bron King, this live stream is not even about Cyrax whatsoever. I just want to make point that out there. Anyways, let me see what Psycho Yaiko is going to be saying, or what he is going to be saying right here, right now. It means to be a loser. Oh, okay. Well, the one thing that I want to say as of right now, Psycho Yaiko, is I never thought that he would actually be that. Well, as a matter of fact, he already is one, because the way I see it as of right now is he, he does have that habit of causing drama, starting shit with people, but most importantly, he just needs to know when to shut the fuck up. Like for once in his life, because we're just trying to move on from him for the most part anyway. But unfortunately, all I can really say right now is he's not going to be doing that. And the more drama that he causes and starting shit with people, the more people are going to call out and expose his actions. Yep. Okay, let me go on ahead and see what Winter King's going to be saying, or what I believe he's going to be saying right here, right now. Kadeem is a loser. Okay, so the one thing that I want to say as of right now, Winter King, is I just have to agree where you are actually coming from as of right now, because at this point he is just, a loser at this point. As a matter of fact, he is just more than just a loser. And one thing that I want to say though as of right now is I'm gonna be saying this for content purposes. It's like, so this dude wants to claim that he's a king, but you know what? I got a better one at this point. How about this? More like the mayor of Loserville. I just had to get that off my chest though, because it is just, funny to me. Anyways, let me go on ahead and see what some people are going to be saying in the live chat or so. Okay, let me see what the person's saying. Do y'all know Kadim's channel so I can call him names and harass him? Okay, so the one thing that I want to say though, as of right now, is if you want to actually call out Kadim in his own channel, I'd be happy to give it to you or so. So yeah, let me go on ahead and see if I can try to have a chance to actually do that. As a matter of fact, go on ahead and just try this one. Yep. Okay, so it's actually right there. You could say that he might have like two channels or so, but just stick with this one or so, or just type up his name and you should be able to find it or so. Yep. But I am gonna go on ahead and see if I can actually get to these other comments or so. And I'm pretty sure that some of the people want to have a chance to say their piece when it comes to TD Venom or so. And they're more than welcome to actually do that or so. Okay. So let me go on ahead and see what some people are gonna be saying about this. So let me see what the person's gonna be saying. I'm going to miss TD Venom, but it is what it is. Oh, okay. So the one thing that I want to say as of right now is, for me personally, I am going to be missing TD Venom as well, because the way I see it though is he just overall makes some pretty good content or so. But the way I see it right now, I feel like this community in general, the one that I'm actually in right now, which is, well, obviously it's in the name, the Umbrella Spirit community, it's not going to be the same without TD Venom or so, because I can just tell that myself and my subscribers slash supporters, as a matter of fact, my community in general, we all respect TD Venom, and not only that though, but he also makes some pretty good music though as well. But let's be honest about this right now. The way I see it is not going to be the same without him. Like, it really isn't. But let me go on ahead and see what Psycho Yaiko is going to be saying, or what I believe he's going to be saying right here, right now. I am going to miss him too. Yep. I actually have to agree where you're coming from as of right now, Psycho Yaiko, because the way I see it though is you are gonna miss him, I'm gonna miss him, and the people in the live chat, we're all going to be missing him or so. Because what can I say? This community is just not the same without him, especially since he does like to make some pretty good music though. As a matter of fact, his music is just, pretty great. Like, he knows what he is doing. But I am gonna go on ahead and see what some people are gonna go on ahead and let me see what some people are going to be saying about this. Okay, so let me go on ahead and see what Winter King's going to be saying, or what I believe he's going to be saying right here, right now. I am. This is what you're also saying, or what I believe you are also saying. The real king. Okay, so the one thing that I want to say as of right now, Winter King, is I actually have to agree where you're coming from, because it's actually in your name though as of right now. I mean, yeah, it's in it. Winter King. So if anybody is actually the real king, it is actually you though. Well, to be fair though, I mean, your full name is Winter King, to be fair. But I am going to go on ahead and get to some of these other comments or so, because the way I see it right now is I want to make sure some people are actually, are going to be willing to be saying their piece on this. Okay. Anyways, let me go on ahead and see if I can get to some of these other comments. Okay, let me see what Winter King's going to be saying, or what I believe he's going to be saying right here, right now. The cookie cops are coming. Okay, so the one thing that I want to say as of right now is that is actually pretty funny that you want to go on ahead and just, say, the cookie cops are coming or something, but I don't even know. But it's up to you on what you actually want to be doing or so. But, I can't really say anything about that or so, but I am going to go on ahead and see if I can get to some of these other comments or so. Yep. Okay, so let me go on ahead and see if I can get to these comments or so. And by the way, if people want to have a chance to continue to say their piece, then they can actually do that. But anyways, Let me see, where am I right now? Okay, so let me see what the Cookie Cups 2001 going to be saying, or what I believe they're going to be saying. All right, who is this Kadeem guy? We have him in our database. Okay, this is what you're also saying, or what I believe you are also saying. Kadeem is going to be grounded. Okay, so the one thing that I want to say in regards to, the Cookie Cost 2001 is, if you want to have a chance to, ground Kadeem, then you are more than welcome to do that. Like, if he's going to be, quote, grounded or something like that, I don't even know. But anyways, let me go on ahead and see if I can get to some of these more comments, because as of right now, I'm just, overall just, enjoying what you people are actually saying though as of right now. Okay. Anyways, let me go on ahead and see if I can get to what Caden is going to be saying, or what I believe he's going to be saying right here, right now. I'll miss him for sure, but hey, at least he is not quitting music. That's for sure. Yep. I actually have to agree where you're coming from as of right now, Caden. Is I do have to give, credit where credit is due. Is at least TD Venom, he is not going to be giving up on music or so. It's like he may not be a YouTuber anymore, but I'm pretty sure that he's going to be, promoting his music like on other social media platforms and whatnot. And I really do hope that he'll be able to have a chance to be doing that or so, because I want to have a chance to listen more of his music or so. I do especially enjoy, like, the music videos that he's been actually, doing or so. I'm not quite sure how many videos that he has been, doing or so, but I am gonna go on ahead and just make sure if I can get to these comments or so. Okay. So let me go on ahead and see what Cookie Cops 2001 is going to be saying, or what I believe they are going to be saying right here, right now. Don't worry about Kadeem. We got the units at his house. He's getting grounded, and he got sent to Clown Island. Okay, so the one thing that I want to say as of right now in regards to the Cookie Cup 2001, that is just overall just funny that I never thought that you would have a chance to be doing that, because the way I see it right now is I'm just, really just enjoying, the people in the live chat. And not only that, but the people are just, overall just saying their piece on all of this or so. Yep. Anyways, let me go on ahead and see if I can get to some more comments or so. I want to make sure that I'm actually not lost or anything like that. Okay, this should be an interesting comment or so. Okay, okay, so let me see what Bron King's gonna be saying, or what I believe he's gonna be saying right here, right now. Kadeem the Queen is wearing a tutu. Oh boy, I just never thought that Bron King. I never thought that you would actually, take it to that extreme when it comes to the joke. And the way I see it right now is that has got to be the most funniest joke I have ever heard of in my entire life whatsoever. So the way I see it right now, Bron King, is you definitely earn my full respect, when you actually said that. Anyways, let me go on ahead and see if I can get to these comments or so, because overall I'm just, enjoying this. Anyways, let me see what Winter King's gonna be saying, or what I believe he's gonna be saying right here, right now. The Cookie Cops are taking care of Kadeem. He's getting grounded. Okay, so the one thing that I want to say as of right now, Witcher King, is I just never thought that you would be, saying more of this type of stuff when it comes to, the cookie cops and stuff like that. But overall, I'm just enjoying, these so-called responses, or roasting, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. But I just can't get enough of this. The way I see it right now is, this is why I just enjoy my live chat, because you people just, you know when to be funny. I will give people credit where credit is due when it comes to the people in the live chat, just overall just, being funny or so. Yep. Anyways, I am gonna go on ahead and see if I can get to some of these other comments. Okay, so let me see what Rage Master is gonna be saying, or what I believe he's gonna be saying right here, right now. Congratulations, Kadeem. You just won a trip for one to Clown Island. Oh, okay. Anyways, I think most likely I'm going to go on ahead and send people the link. So if people want to have a chance to come into the panel and actually say their piece, then they are more than welcome to actually do it if they actually want to. So keep this in mind. I'm going to see if I can try to invite some people. It's up to the people themselves if they want to have a chance to join, but I'm not going to be forcing. But let me see if I can actually get this started or so. Okay. So keep this in mind. I'm not going to be forcing, yeah, I'm not going to be doing that, but I want to make sure people want to have a chance to come in and actually say their piece or so. So keep this in mind. I'm not going to be forcing whatsoever, but I want to make sure if people want to have a chance to come in into the panel and actually say their piece or so. Okay, so let me go on ahead and see what Winter King going to be saying, or what I believe he's going to be saying right here, right now. I made that up. The Cookie Cups is a parody. This is what you're also saying, or what I believe you are also saying. Plus, they are making him dance in public. Okay, so the one thing that I want to say as of right now is that is just, overall just funny that what you're saying though as of right now, Winter King, that I never thought that they would be, parodies and whatnot. But anyways, let me see if I can actually try to send a link or so. I want to make sure if some people want to have a chance to come in and if they want to have a chance to see their actual piece or so. But the way I see it though, as of right now, is I'm not going to be forcing people, but it's up to the people themselves if they want to have a chance to come into the panel and actually see their piece or so. But thankfully, I was able to get my points across, and I want to make sure people want to have a chance to join or so. But let me see if there is going to be some more comments or so. Okay, so I don't believe that there is any comments, but let me see if I can try to send some invites or so. Okay, so let me see if I can actually try to get this working or so. Okay, let me see if this will do it, and I'm gonna go on ahead and send this one. Okay, there we go. I should be able to do it. Okay, I should be nearly done. I do want to make sure if I can actually, send the invites or so. Okay, I do want to give a clarification though. I am like a fast typer though, but when it comes to sending links, I am a bit slow with that. So I do apologize, but I want to make sure if people want to have a chance to come into the panel and actually see the piece or so. Yep. Okay. So give me 1 second, and I should be nearly done with the so-called invites or so. And I do apologize if I'm actually trying to be a bit slower. So okay, here we go. That should be able to do the trick. Okay, let me see if I can actually try to go back to StreamYard or so. Okay. So, and I do appreciate that the people have been, waiting patiently about this, and I just want to make sure if people want to have a chance to say their piece or so. So, thankfully, I was able to send the invite, no problem, and it's up to the people themselves if they want to have a chance to join or so. Yep, yep. So, anyways, I just greatly appreciate every last one of you actually, just been tuning in when it comes to this live stream or so. But, anyways, okay, wait, hold on. Is it just me, or is this who I think it is? Sorry about this. I'm just trying to see if this is actually the one or so. But before I actually see if somebody is backstage or so, one thing that I want to say in regards to the people that have been watching this so far is I would have to say that the video that my homie Black Sheep 90 has done was actually pretty damn great. And I really do hope that he'll be able to make some more videos and whatnot. Okay, so I can actually see that we do have a special guest though behind the scenes. I mean, what I meant to say is backstage. That's what I meant to say. Okay. So I am going to go on ahead and let you in. And if you want to have a chance to say your piece about any of this, then you are more than welcome to actually do that if you actually want to. Yep. Wait, hold on. Is this what I think it is? Okay, so I can see your name or so, but what is this like below your name? Okay. I think most likely I'm going to go on ahead and add you. And if you want to go on ahead and use the quote unquote cookie cup joke or whatever you want to call it, then you have my full permission if you want to have a chance to be doing that. Yep. But I am going to go on ahead and see if I can actually, get this started or so. Okay. So, anyways, without any further ado, I will start the procedure right here, right now. Okay, here we go. Transfer Winter King, scanner Winter King, virtualization.
You do.
Hey, what's up, Winter King?
Nothing much. Oh, wow, it's been a while.
Yeah, it has been. Anyways, what's new with you?
Nothing much. I've just been, focusing on my own shit. Except, oh yeah, the headline, yeah. I made that up. You think
What
it's
is
an
it?
actual real people are gonna probably fall for that. It probably try. Okay, let's call the cookie cups. And this is number right here is 999 and if they try to call it, then it's probably gonna end up being fake.
That's funny.
Yes, it's peanut.
Wait, what is peanut?
But you never watched Jeff Dunham?
I've heard of it, but I don't think I'm actually too familiar with it.
Uh, Peanut is like one of the characters.
Oh,
One of
I
the
see.
puppets. There's Alchemist, there's. Uh, it's hard to keep up.
Oh, okay then. But is it like a, how do I say this, a movie or TV show? I'm just curious.
It's mostly like a comedy act.
Oh, okay. Well, if you want to let me know more about it, then you can actually tell me right now. Or if you want to show me, like, if it's like a TV show, a TV series, or a movie, yes, a movie, you could tell me behind the scenes.
I'll send you the clips on I'll send. Hang on. I'll send you like the YouTube link or the YouTube. Oh, in your face. I keep stuttering for some reason. Anyways, I'll send you the links of the clips. But I'll do that later.
Okay, take your time.
Yeah. And Kadeem is at it again.
Yep, no surprise. Okay, so to give context though, as of right now, Winter King, so you could say that to an extent, that I have spoken with one of my homie Black Sheep of the Road 98. Well, at least I tried to, but one thing that I have been noticing is he did upload a video, but unfortunately, Kadeem flagged it. But thankfully, I was able to find a way to react to it.
Oh, that's nice. Oh yeah. And honestly, I never find Kadeem cool to begin with. But
Yep.
honestly, a couple years ago, I think I was solely neutral over him for a good while. Then somehow, Leon uploaded the video a couple years back, and it's like, okay, yeah, I don't think I can trust this guy.
Don't blame you. I honestly don't blame you. One thing that I want to say though, as of right now, is at this point, if Kadeem is gonna be, messing with my homie Black Sheep of the Word 98, at this point, he is also messing with me as well.
Honestly, I think Kadeem is just becoming a laughing stock.
He is. Not only that, but he's also a locale.
Didn't he I don't know, start drama on your one failed chill stream a couple years ago?
Okay, so to answer your question though, Winter King, is yep, that is actually pretty true or so, but all I can really say as of right now is yeah, he actually did it. He actually did try to attempt to do that, which is doesn't really come as a shock though, but he doesn't know when to have a simple conversation with people. That's the problem.
Like, bro, if you have a problem with someone, don't do it on public.
Exactly.
Like, look at me and Jay. Me and Jay had like a we had that beef, but I think it only lasted for like a week, not like an entire month. But did we like go on the same panel and fight? No, we talked things out privately. Which, by the way, Kadeem doesn't know how to do that.
Yep, that is such a shame.
It seemed like not just Kadeem, but other people in general just pri- don't know how to talk things out with people privately instead of like straight up arguing.
Yep, I have to agree where you're coming from, Winter King. But it's like this. But thankfully, since you and I are actually in the Week Club, is at least now we know how to handle situations, especially behind the scenes, and it's far more better to talk things out rather than just fighting in general.
Yeah, I agree with fine. In fact, we should even if you know some mishaps happens. Let's say a little bit of mishaps. Let's say, for example, there be times where I have a habit of joking at the wrong time, but at the same time, I totally understand where people are coming from.
Yep.
But W again, there be times I don't joke around just do it on purpose. I only joke around just to cheer some cheer some people up.
Oh, okay. Well, the one thing that I want to say as of right now, Winter King, is, thankfully, that's like your specialty or so. It's like whenever people actually, have bad days or so, but as a, you yourself is a leader in the Week Club and you do whatever you can to make sure that you cheer up that person, which I got to give you props for.
True, but if they don't feel like joking, then I totally understand it. Every time where I try, at least try to, cheer some folk. Let's say someone's having a bad day and I don't feel it. Yeah, I try to, let's say I try to joke around, and yeah, guessing some folks do mind it, but sometimes some folks don't really feel like joking, which I totally understand. I
Yep.
don't know what, but I'm fucking compared to how it was previous. At least I know how to joke at the right time, but there were times I joke at the wrong time by accident.
Yep. That is completely understandable. But anyways, I think that there's some people want to have a chance to, say their piece or so. But by the way, Winter King, if you want to have a chance to, check out my comments, and you're more than welcome to do so. But I do believe that Adrian M is in the live chat as of right now.
Oh, I see him. Ugh. Fucking. What else?
Yep. Just take your time.
Ah, here we go. We didn't capture the king to free his kingdom? Very funny. Oh, wait a minute. He doesn't have a kingdom.
Okay, so one thing that I want to say as of right now, Adrian M, is I just have to agree where you're coming from. It's like who would want to, capture this so-called wannabe king? And at this point, he doesn't even have a kingdom. If anyone is a king and actually has a kingdom, it's Winter King that's actually next to me.
Yep. I don't see no as the Winter Knights. But I have a fuck. If you look at my channel, actually upgrade the name from Ultimate Alliance to the Winter Knight Ultimate Alliance. Meaning, if anyone else I know, let's say, for example, the Field Game 15 or TPG 15, if you guys don't know who that is, I know him longer than anyone else on this platform, so that's why he's on the list. And let's see here. I don't feel like explaining the list, but yeah, y'all guys should check it out for yourselves.
Yep. But one thing that I am gonna say though as of right now is thankfully I was able to get everything off my chest or so. But I guess now this live stream is just pretty chill. So, but anyway, Winter King, I've already got what I needed to do. So I guess now it's just a chill stream now.
Yeah. Ugh. You know what's kind of shocking?
What talking?
I've been on you. I think I've been on YouTube since like what? Well, originally I've been on YouTube since like 2017, but I had to switch multiple accounts.
So I see.
Yeah. So for the Winter King channel or the Winter King account right now, I had it for 6 years.
6 years. That must have been like a while.
Yep. But I originally started YouTube in 2017, so I've been on the platform for almost 9 to 10.
Wow. All I can really say as of right now is it must have feel like quite a while since how do I say this? Yeah, since you've actually joined this platform or so. But the way I see it though, as of right now, Winter King is just do what you got to do when it comes to making your content and stuff like that.
Yep. Right now, as of recently, I've been holding off like uh uploading as much. I mean, I upload once in a while, but most likely, ever since I started using Sora AI, it makes my channel or my content look more funnier in a way. There's some times I upload rants, but that's only when shit hits the fan and I really need to rant.
Yep, I agree.
And I
Okay,
already did one warning. Yeah, I already did one warning video, which was on the Beyond community. So that's like my number one warning video I had. But other than that, looks good.
anyways, I want to say this. What warning video did you do?
It was on the Beyond community because you know how I'm gonna say this in the private check, so I don't feel like explaining. If there you go.
Okay, take your time. I'm not gonna say it out loud though. Yep. Okay, so the one thing that I want to say to the people in the live chat is I do appreciate that you people have been enjoying this, and I'm pretty sure that you want to go on ahead and use that emoji, especially with my umbrella logo or something. I don't know, but at the same time, you people can do that. Yep. So, anyways, just take your time when it comes to putting, what you need to put in the private chat when drinking. Yeah, just take your time.
All right, taken care of.
Oh, okay. So now I see it. I'm not gonna be saying this out loud, but I can understand if you had to did that warning video to at least from what I've been seeing though is I think you did that to defend one of our members of the week club or so. But is that true? But if if it is the case, then I got to give you props for that.
And it's not just her, but it's not just her, but in general, because I had a bad experience with that community way back in 2017. I just, haven't I had the idea. It's just, it took me time. Because that community condones shit that I don't feel like explaining. But yeah. Anyways.
Yep. So, but anyways, one thing that I want to say though as of right now is, since you're actually here as of right now, Winter King, is it true that you're gonna be sending the cookie cups after Kadeem? I mean to be fair though, I do appreciate that they were in the live chat to assist me.
Yep, they're right now. They're I don't, for that I'm the one that is behind the Cookie Cops account. So if you're wondering who the Cookie Cop 1001 is, that's probably me. But anyways, um, it's not like I'm gonna go like on that account and attack Kadeem, which I blocked them on the Cookie Cops account. But I'll just say that I, made that up, saying that the Cookie Cops are coming after Kadeem and they're sitting in the Clown Land.
I see. I do have a quick question though. It's like the Cookie Cups 2001 account, if I got that correctly or so. I'm just a bit curious, like, if that, channel is gonna be making, memes when it comes to the Cookie Cup. But if that's the case, I'll be glad to watch it.
Yep, yep. It had like it's mainly the story AI of the Cookie Cops. Mainly targets mostly the Cookie Cups, and it's also given the fact that I've been uploading a lot of the story AI shit on the Weight Club channel.
Oh, okay. Well, that is actually, fantastic to be hearing or so. I am going to say this right now to the people in the live chat who don't know about this. You could say that our original group channel from the Week Club is no longer available, but thankfully we have a new one. But I don't think I'm going to be saying the full details though.
Yeah, even though some folks have uploaded like some other content on there, but I mainly upload the story AI shit just like for people to see it and for people to laugh. Especially the fucking chocolate tornado one that I uploaded on there recently.
Chocolate tornado. If that seems to be the case, then I might consider taking a look at that. But this is like the first time that I'm actually hearing about that. Well, so this is what I gotta say. So is it like a tornado but full of chocolate though?
Yep, and then guess what happens? Like, okay, the fuck, it referenced the episode. It referenced the SpongeBob episode, but I changed up the lines. Instead of steering around in circles, fucking people just go to the underground shelter and hide on the bridges, thinking that's gonna save them.
Oh boy. But all I can really say as of right now is I'm gonna see if I can actually try to check out that meme. To be fair though, Witcher King, is I'm not quite sure if it's like in the Wii Club or even on the Cookie Cup 2001 channel, but I'm
It's
gonna
on
see
the
if I can.
Weight Club channel.
Oh, okay. Thanks for clarifying that.
Yep, they never get old. Honestly, when I make jokes like that, I actually came up with that on ChatGPT, and then somehow when I started using this for AI, it gets funnier.
Yep.
And then there's a fucking chicken cow lion.
Wow, that's new.
Yep, they never get old, and they never will.
I see. But the one thing that I want to say though as of right now is that is gonna be funny. Like that's like the very first time that I'm actually hearing about that. It's like I'm gonna do some research if a quote unquote chicken lion is real or not.
Oh, it's fake. I made that up.
I figured.
Anything I made up on Thor AI, it's probably gonna be made up.
Yeah, but I don't know much about Sora AI if I got that correctly, but I might consider looking into that.
Honestly, the only thing that I have a problem with It's like people are like, if you don't like AI, then that's one thing. But if people like to enjoy sort AI, then let them. It's using the sort. Oh, AI slop. Oh, there's a difference if people are abusing AI. When I use sort AI, it's for comedy purposes.
Yeah, exactly. But the way I see it, though, as of right now, Winter King is as much as you and I can take jokes. Unfortunately, you got certain people out there that they don't even want to take a joke. But it's like jokes are fun.
Yep. If you don't like the sort AI joke, see the sort AI content, then click off my channel.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, I had a dark list in my sort AI too.
So I see. By the way, Winter King, since you are actually here, though, speaking of Dark List 4X or so, I'm not quite sure if you're familiar about this, but if you haven't noticed, Dark List was actually on my previous live stream, giving his testimony on you know who.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I saw him. He's been chill.
Yep, I actually have to agree. I don't really talk with like Darklist on a daily basis or so, but whenever I get the chance, I actually don't mind having civil conversation with him. But in all honesty, I don't blame him that he was giving his testimony on one Nordic Wolf Productions, aka Kyle Johnson. And yes, I actually said his actual name.
Nice.
Yep.
Reach Master. For that topic, who to answer that topic, didn't he like use AI at one point? Or one of the weirdos. I'm not gonna say who it is. Let's see here. I never knew I have a fucking Camaro as my Facebook profile. Eh, whatever.
Yep. But one thing that I want to say as of right now, Rage Master, is I wouldn't be surprised if that certain individual, I'm not even going to be saying what his name is, but yes, the so-called fire alarm dude. I wouldn't be surprised if he makes a rant on, AI videos, but it's like, it's made for entertainment purposes.
Yeah, and he actually did. Didn't he did that like a couple years ago or sometime last year?
Wait, he did that?
Yeah, I think it was on one of those Hake accounts. I don't feel like mentioning, but it was no. It was. I kind of know that was sometime last year. Like, bro, if you're gonna make memes on the Weight Club, we'll just make memes on you back. Fair spare.
Yep, exactly. That's our motto.
Like, I kind of hate when it. I'm not gonna say or who that. I'm not gonna say the dude's name, but I know this loser in the live chat and his cronies want to make memes on there, and it's like, okay, you know what? Since they want to make memes on Aaron, I figured I'd make memes on them myself and just send the shit I did on ChatGPT to Aaron to post on that one channel. So ha ha ha.
Yep. But one thing that I want to say when it comes to Aaron, I mean, it has been quite a while since he has been active in the week club. But then again, I'm pretty sure that he's been, focusing on his personal life, especially with the studies. So that could be the reason why.
Yeah, he's been focusing on his personal life, so I haven't even spoken to Aaron in a while, but yeah.
Yep. Neither do I.
But at the same time, they're not. it seemed like they're scared to come to our channels.
I wonder why.
They're obsessed, but they're too chicken shit to show up.
Yep, I have to agree where you're coming from, Winter King. But the way I see it right now, in my own personal opinion, I'm just gonna be honest with you. I just personally think at this point we are just living rent free in in these losers' heads, especially our so-called haters.
Yep. It's like, go around here and the stuff's over us, but we don't give a fuck. Y'all guys are laughing stocks.
Exactly.
Oh, oh, we should go after this guy. Oh, wait. Oh, fuck, never mind. Never mind, this guy blocked me. Oh no, I'm getting blocked again. I'm too scared to show up. Like, we're gonna move on.
Yep. One thing that I want to say though, as of right now, is you know what the old saying is. I'm not quite sure who says this, but I do have to agree with this one person. But I am gonna be quoting a person though. So yeah. So the way I see it, this is the quote: "Keep giving us views, losers."
Yep. It seemed like, I'm not gonna say who it is. It seemed like they think we engaged the fucking people, those those retards, but yet they're the ones that are engaging us. Like, we're just focusing on our own thing. But yeah.
Yep.
And earlier I saw Leon in a live chat.
Oh yeah. One thing that I want to say though is, yeah, Leon was actually in the live chat, and I think he did mention that he was trying out like a new pizza restaurant. I think it's called Rose Pizza or something.
I never heard of that, but okay. Oh, I had pizza like last night. That's when I was had to cook it in the stove. Or no, yeah, not not stove. Oh yeah, don't burn to the oven. Yeah, I cooked the shit in the oven. I have no. I do not know what the fuck anything about what. Let me see. I have no clue what to eat for dinner. Maybe I'll cook our cheeseburger. I don't know.
Okay. Well, the way I see it right now, it's up to you on what you actually want to, try out something to eat when it comes to dinner, Winter King.
I haven't even eaten fast food in months. I was thinking like
But
cooking some
yeah,
food at home.
okay. But is it like worth it or so? I'm just, curious on that.
On what?
When it comes to cutting back on like fast food or something like that.
Well, it's not because I cut back. It's just like I've been going through financial problems with the money and stuff. That's why I'm trying to you know. Yes, there's times where my grandma takes me to get fast food, but it's most likely just the drinks and stuff. I mainly just cook my own shit. Last time
Yep.
I actually had actual fast food, I think it was like Domino's.
Domino's. Interesting.
Yeah. Which Domino's is actually not too far off.
I see. But at the same time, isn't it expensive though?
Um, I think the last time I paid it was, I think it was like 30 something. I, 30 something in cash.
$30. That's a bit expensive in my opinion.
Yeah, it's expensive, yes, but at least it's not like 100.
Oh, okay. So now I see.
Yeah.
But anyways, okay, so I do believe that we have just reached the 2 hour mark. So I'm gonna go on ahead and keep this live stream for another 1 more hour. And after that, I'm gonna be ending this live stream around the 3 hour mark. So anyway, Winter King, we have about like 1 hour before the live stream ends.
Oh yeah, speaking of live streams, I haven't like last time I streamed was the first half of last month, but after that it's like, I took a bit of a hiatus from streaming for a while. Not because
Really now.
the internet bill just went out. It's just when I used to stream like a daily basis, like 1 or 2 times a week, I honestly don't feel I want to get. It was getting repetitive for me. It's like, what? Since our folk on Nicholas to start like the Coon Pack, like don't stream as much and only like stream like whenever they feel like it, I'll probably do the same thing.
Yep, you do have that choice.
Yeah, but I'm not. It's just gonna be whatever day it is. Really, don't matter if it's like. If I end up doing it again, it most likely be at my grandparents' house, but it probably might be on the PlayStation because I don't feel like doing StreamYard, and I don't want to get no when I'm at my grandparents. Sometimes I don't feel comfortable like having the people in the backgrounds. That's just me.
Wow, I did not know that one.
I mean, I don't like necessarily hate going there. It just sometimes gets annoying.
So I see.
Yeah, and it's like uh uh keep it calm and keep it calm and like chill.
Oh, okay. Well, all I gotta say about that is that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah. But right now I'm using cellular data to join the panel because I don't have Wi-Fi at the moment.
Oh, okay then. But anyways, I guess since it's just you and me as of right now, Witcher King, I'm actually just really enjoying the conversation that you and I are actually, doing. That you and I are trying to keep it chill, and but thankfully we got about like less than an hour before I end the live stream.
Yeah, right now I'm watching Teen Titans on my TV.
That is just amazing. So this is the one thing that I want to say right now is this is in regards to the people in the live chat. I actually enjoy the original Teen Titans or so, and from what I've been hearing or so, I do believe they are playing like on Tubi or something like that. If I got that correctly.
Yeah, it's playing on TV, but I own the DVD set since I'm on the internet. I can actually just have the one of the season sets I have on DVD and just watch it on my CRT. Uh what how the original ratio was meant to be played on.
I see.
Yep. Yeah, I'm watching on my PlayStation 2. If I end up paying for internet again, I might actually consider paying. I might consider like watching Tubi up and down again. but that's just if I want to pay for internet again, which internet itself in general, it's kind of important, but sometimes it's not really important right now.
Yep. Well, do what you gotta do. But anyways, one thing that I want to say as of right now, Rage Master, is what I believe that you're telling me is you just got back and you're just trying to have some pizza. And what I believe that you're also saying is if I were to watch the original Teen Titans on Tubi or physical media, but unfortunately I'm not watching it as of right now.
Yeah, I have that in the background.
Yep. But anyways, one thing that I am gonna say though, as of right now, Rage Master, is I'm pretty certain that you really do enjoy like the original Teen Titans because if I could just tell by your profile picture, it's the character Red X, if I got that correctly. Which by the way, Red X to me is badass.
Yep. It seemed like season 4 is the darkest season of the show.
Wow. If that's the case, then I do have to watch it for myself or so. But to be fair though, it has been quite a while since I have like watched the original Teen Titans or so. But I've been hearing that season 4 is like a lot more better, but at the same time darker as well.
Yeah, I think season 3, it follows arcs. So season 1 has the arc of introducing Slade and most likely falling through Slade and Robin, and season 2 has it has like each season has different character arcs, and sometimes it actually has episodes that are like uh filler.
I see. Wait, one thing that I want to say though, as of right now, Winter King is I'm not too familiar when it comes to filler though, but the one thing that I do want to say about that is I believe I've heard that like in anime or so, but I want to say this right now. What is filler though?
It's just some episode that it's kind of not the great, but it's decent at best.
Oh,
Like for
okay.
example, like yes, Teen Titans has some serious moments, but at the same time, it can be both funny as well. That's why they call it comedy drama for a reason. Some episodes have some dramatic moments, and then some episodes have some weird shit. Especially on the episode Crash, where Cyborg acted like a fuck, thinking that everything else is food. Meow.
But anyways, okay. So I don't mean to go off topic or so, but I do believe that Spirited21 just DM me, and I believe it's in Bud's group chat. So this is what he did told me in the group chat or so. So he will do another collaboration, but I'm not gonna say too much. But he hasn't have enough passion to be making content though, unfortunately.
Yeah, please see there.
So yeah. But anyways, Witcher King, I do hope that you got my update. So to give context though, really quick, so Spirit21 did say that he's gonna see if we could try to be, attempting to make content, but unfortunately he doesn't have enough passion though.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yep.
I mean, that's because Beast Boy was want to play that like Super Monkey Beast. It's kind of like a reference to Super Monkey Ball, kind of. Not really, but around that episode, he acted like a dumbass. But at the end, not gonna say what the ending is. You guys have to check out yourselves. Bookie, 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 bookie.
What are you saying right now? What tricky?
I have a cat that is I'm snuggling right now.
Oh, okay. But anyways, one thing that I am gonna say though, as of right now, Rage Master, is I'm not quite sure if you want to do that, like trying to make Red X into a furry or so. I mean, the way I see it right now, Rage Master, that's entirely up to you if you want to have a chance to make Red X into a furry.
Look here.
Yep. But anyways, what's the cat's name? I may have forgotten already.
Oh, you forgot the name of her? You don't
Yeah,
know what her name is? Her name's Glasses.
glasses.
Yeah, and she's a Taurus shell. And I think she's the youngest.
I see.
Yeah, I think she's like the smallest out of the litter. And her sis and her both her sisters are like orange cats. We didn't get orange cats are male, but there's female.
Yep. So, anyways, okay. So, Rage Master, what I believe you're saying though, as of right now, is Beast Boy accidentally had a virus on his computer. Okay, so I think that was like in an episode where he did transform into Beast Man or something like that, if I got that correctly.
No, I think it was something else where he tried to play like a game or something and he tried to install it. He tried to install it on whatever it is, but accidentally fucked up Cyborg and Cyborg acted like a fucking I don't know what, but that episode's so fucking funny.
Yep. I
That's,
actually have to. Yeah, I actually have to agree where you're coming from. I'll let you say your piece, Richard King, but I think you can agree with me on this one thing. It's like it may have some comedy, the original Teen Titans, but at least it tried to balance when it also had serious moments.
yep. It's like Teen Titans. I remember one time my bird said, "Oh, Teen Titans Go is better than the original because it has seriousness." Well, it's the original has it actually has both drama moments and comedy moments.
Exactly.
It's so much better than Teen Titans Go.
Facts.
Like who in the who in the hell would like to watch Teen Titans Go? It's a fucking nightmare. I remember
It is.
when it first came on, that was like, oh cool, another Teen Titans show. Nope, it's a fucking ripoff.
It is. And the way I see it though, as of right now, is if my homie Black Sheep of the Road 98 would be here, I'm pretty sure that he would say these two simple words, and I am gonna be saying what they are. Nobody cares.
Yep. Oh look, oh, just for example, because I know in 2013 I watched some episodes of that show, which I was young and I don't know how bad it was at the time. But I was interested more in the original, and I was mostly watching SpongeBob up and
Yeah.
out around that around that time frame. I need to watch some I haven't watched SpongeBob in a while.
Yep. Okay, so I can actually see that you actually enjoy that catchphrase, Rage Master.
Yep. Yeah, I got something going on Tuesday morning, which I don't feel like explaining.
Yep. So,
Oh,
but
yeah.
anyways, to the people in the live chat, I really do hope that you people have been like enjoying this. But one thing that I am gonna be saying though, as of right now, is I'm just enjoying this live stream. But anyways, Winter King, you want to say your piece? Are you enjoying this live stream as well?
Yeah. Let's see here. When I was trying to go back to when I was like asleep for a while, then the I'm not gonna see who it is, but they tried to call me and they sent me a voicemail. And then like, okay, all right. I woke up. I woke up a bit. I accept the call, so I called back, and yep, I have that meeting sometime next Tuesday at
I see.
11. And it's just going on details and stuff. And I don't know if I will be getting a word back from the place I went to 2 interviews at, so it's not a guarantee. But I have to wait and see because they're focusing on other interviews right now.
Yep, I see. By the way,
But
I actually do. Yeah, I do want to give you a bit of an update though. So, Winter King, so I've been actually checking on Facebook themselves, and you could say that there is like a Facebook group where you meet like the original Teen Titans. So, do you have an opinion about that?
uh, I have zero idea to be honest.
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah,
only
but
yeah,
anyways,
yeah, I hardly use Facebook all that much except going there once in a good while.
so I see. I mean, the way I see it though is when it comes to like Facebook, I mean, I have been trying to be more active there, like when compared to Discord, but as of recently, I've been trying to see if I can, learn more about Discord. And the way I see it, I kind of feel like Discord becoming slightly more simple than Facebook, in my opinion.
Yeah, originally I started off with Instagram first. I think Instagram and Facebook were like my first two social media accounts,
Oh,
and then I created Discord like a Discord account in like 2022.
okay. But I do want to have a chance to say this right now. It's like I may be like in other social media platforms, but I'm not quite sure if I want to try out like these others. Like I will give like some examples or so, like Blue Sky or Threads or Blue Sky. I mean, I don't know too much about those social media platforms though.
I mean, yes, there's group chats on Instagram. Don't get me wrong. There's group chats on like Instagram. I'll go in there and chat on Instagram a few times, but most likely I just post whenever I feel like posting because I originally came on Instagram originally just to post shit.
Yep.
Yeah, baby.
Yep. But anyways, I'm actually surprised now the live stream. I don't really see a lot of people commenting or so. I think most likely they just wanted to, for me to get to the part of me reacting to my homie Black Sheep's video or so. But I guess now Winter King, I guess it's just, me and you now.
Alright. Well, I don't know how long I'm gonna be staying here for because I only came to see what's up. But I'm gonna uh let's see here, what else. Yeah, last night I watched In Game.
Wait, you did?
Yeah, on the CRT.
Oh, okay. Did you actually enjoy the movie or film?
Yep. It doesn't really matter if I'm using the like if I want to go to the living room and play on my PS4. I mean, it looks better, but on CRT, it still looks good as is.
Yep. I do have a theory. Can you imagine if they tried to re-add Thanos in Avengers Doomsday? That'd be quite shocking.
Yeah, though, yeah, again, you never know what's gonna happen. We never know what's gonna happen until we get to the later part of this year.
Yep. Can't wait for it.
But if I can't see it in theaters, then oh well, I can actually rent it.
Yep. So the way I see it though, as of right now, what you're getting is if you actually go into, I believe like the Marvel Entertainment YouTube channel or whatever you want to call it, is I've been, hearing recently it's like there is like a countdown or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I'd seen that countdown, and I think the countdown was not to like how many months or days that we have. So we're in March right now.
Yep.
I mean, originally it was originally gonna be launched like you know sometime around May this year, but I think December like was a better was kind of a good idea. So they don't like so the movie won't feel like it was rushed.
Yeah, exactly. But this is actually a pretty interesting choice. I mean, like I know like people are not a fan of when it comes to like delays in general, but I feel like this one had to be necessary or so. But it's quite an interesting choice that I think most likely is gonna be on Christmas.
Yep. Like, sure, delays are going to be shit, but the real reason why they delay movies is because they don't want to rush it. Like, you know how, sure, movies are not perfect. Like, movies were never perfect to begin with, but if you look at Phase 4, it felt like most of the movies on Phase 4 were rushed.
Exactly.
So they don't want to, like, risk making that mistake. And don't forget, the DCU has started sometime last year.
Yep. That is the one thing that I have been noticing. I mean, I've got nothing against the DCEU. I mean, I do like enjoy the DC movie, but what I don't appreciate from the DCEU is like I just feel like certain movies or films they were just rushed.
Yeah, but at least the DCU, or it's kind of like the MCU in a way, but even better.
Yep.
And like we got Supergirl coming out sometime in June.
Yep. I heard about that.
So it's like if you think of Jason Momoa as Aquaman, which I don't think he fits as Aquaman, but he fits more like Lobo.
Interesting.
Yeah, he fits more like Lobo than Aquaman.
Yep. But one thing that I will say though is I actually do respect Jason Momoa. I mean, the way I see it, he did a decent job when it comes to like Aquaman, but I feel like he'll do a much better job when it comes to Lobo, and I believe Lobo is a villain.
Yep. Let's see here. I don't know why, but they could have just kept Henry Cavill as Wolverine. That was like a good start, kind of, but that was a
Yep.
cameo.
I would say it is a good start.
Like, honestly don't know how long Hugh Jackman will play as Wolverine for. I think he's been playing Wolverine since like 2000.
That is a mad while.
And as for Ryan Reynolds, I think he originally played Deadpool in 2009, but I think that one was a flop.
Wait, what is?
X-Men Origins.
Oh, that's correct. Yeah, I would say that that is a flop.
But can't really blame Ryan Reynolds. It wasn't like really his fault that he played it, but it was a good start. He started off Deadpool, and then somehow a couple years later, he it finally had his own. Deadpool finally had his own movie, and the suit looks accurate to the comics.
Yep. So the way I see it, the best part is Deadpool was rated R.
Yep. Let's see. Ugh.
Yep. But anyways, one thing that I am going to be saying though as of right now is overall this live stream has been like pretty good so far, but I'm just waiting to see if there's going to be some more comments or so, and I'm just surprised that some people are like still watching this live stream.
Oh wow. Let's see here. Ugh. You know, it's kind of shocking. I've been leader of the week club for almost. Let's see here. I became leader of the week club in 2024. So. Yeah. 24, 25, 26. I think it was from two. Hang on. I gotta check this real quick.
Okay. But anyways, just take your time. Okay, so I guess I'll be able to say my piece. Okay, so for those who are actually wondering, I'm not gonna say too much details or so, but you could say that I recently got promoted to a semi-leader to the Week Club, so now I'll be able to be more active in the Week Club Discord server.
Oh yeah, I've been leader of the week club for almost 2 years now, which is kind of shocking that I keep things in check.
Yep.
And if they want to add people on that server, then they have to ask us, and then the other leaders have to like discuss and agree on if with who and what that person is trustworthy, and if we did enough background checks.
Yep.
Like we cannot. The group has been enough hell as is. Let's be real.
Yep. That's the one thing I gotta agree with you on, Witcher King. I mean, it's always make sure that, I mean, yes, you are one of the leaders of the Week Club, and recently I'm now a semi-leader of the Week Club, one of them. But we gotta make sure, like who we should add because we want to be, cautious.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Yeah, I added some rules. It's also there's an emergency chat. Like just because I created that, it's only used for like real emergencies. Just like let's say something were to happen to one of the leaders or whatever, one of the members, and we can use that chat. But think about it. It's let we can actually just treat that as like a real emergency.
Yep.
Not
Agreed.
chat. Not like go around, jog around.
Yep. I do have to agree where you're coming from. But anyways, I need to take a look at the time real quick. Let me just see this real quick. Okay, so I do believe that we have just reached the 2 hour and 30 minute mark. So I'm gonna go on ahead and keep this live stream for another 30 more minutes. And after that, I'm gonna be ending this live stream in about like 3 hours. I
Oh,
mean,
nice.
what I meant to say is the 3 hour mark. Yep. So, anyways, do you have anything you want to say, Winter King? Because I am going to be ending this live stream in about like 30 minutes or so.
Oh yeah, I think I already said enough as this for what I need to say. So I'm probably gonna go do my own thing. Um, yeah. So about to head off now.
Okay.
So yeah. Uh, I'll see you guys some next time if I don't come on this panel. Probably because I'll be doing my own shit. So it's gonna be like up and up in a great good while if I'm be joining panels. But anyways, no matter do, I'm gonna head off right now. So see you guys next time. Bye.
Okay. There you go. You heard it from the man himself. That was the one and only Winter King, one of the leaders of the Week Club. So it was definitely good to be seeing him. Anyways, I do believe it's about time for me to actually wrap up this live stream or so. So I think most likely I'm going to go on ahead and get to some final comments or so. But yeah. But I'm just, overall surprised that it was only Winter King. I tried to see if, other people wanted to have a chance to join or so, but I guess that certain people are just, busy with their personal lives, which, by that logic, I can definitely understand. But let me go on ahead and see if there's going to be some final, some comments or so. And I might consider getting to some final comments or so. But anyways, I'm going to go on ahead and actually, try to finish more with this live stream and actually wrap things up here. So I do appreciate every last one of you. And yeah, I guess we'll just go from there. Yep. So, but anyways, one thing that I do want to say though, that is for certain though, is I was able to say my piece about all of this or so when it comes to, this live stream and whatnot. But one thing that I am going to be saying though is I've already said what I need to say when it comes to like this response or so, and not only that or so, but I am hoping that people have been enjoying more of these live streams or so. And I'm gonna go on ahead and see if I can try to, provide more of these types of live streams or so. But the way I see it right now is when it comes to this live stream that I was actually doing or so, is I just wanted to just give my, reaction to one of my homies, Black Sheep of the World 98's videos because like I said earlier, his video wasn't available on his channel, so I just had to did what I had to do and make sure if I try to find another way for me to react to. So that way people can actually take a look at it, anytime when it comes to this live stream. But not to mention, the way I see it though is this live stream is most likely going to be staying or so because I want to get this, out of the way, when it comes to, reacting to the video that I was just doing or so. But there are going to be some other topics that I am going to be talking about or so, but I think until for the notice, you people are just going to have to just wait for it because I just wanted to just get this, out of the way, if anything. Yep. So I am going to go on ahead and see if there's going to be some other comments or so because it's about time for me to actually, wrap things up here. And I don't think that there's not really much else to say though, if I'm just going to just say it how it is. Yep. But anyways, You people are more than welcome to check out more of this live stream whenever that you want to. But thankfully, I've already, got everything that I needed to do, especially off of my chest. But most importantly, I just wanted people to actually, react to the video of, Black Sheep of the World 98. Yep. But one thing that I want to say though that is for certain though is I want to see if he's gonna have a chance to be making some more content or so. I mean, I can't really force him at the end of the day because he is his own person though. But I am hoping that he will do everything he can to make sure if he can, try to be providing some more content or so. But if that's the case, then I'd be up for it. So that is the one thing that I am gonna be saying. Okay, so don't know why I accidentally muted myself, but my bad. Anyways, as I was saying though, I just have to give major props to the homie Black Sheep of the Road 98. So I just really appreciate what he has been doing or so. But yes, the one thing that I definitely appreciate from him is I just never thought that he would be, been strongly been supporting me for the past like 4 years or so. So I guess you could say to an extent that I have met this guy, my homie since like 4 years ago. And I believe on that video that I did reacted to is I'm just, overall just, glad and happy or happy and glad that, he would actually consider me to be like one of his like, good friends, one of his good friends. If you actually take a look closely on that video or so. Yep. But I really wish Black Sheep of the World 98 could have kept that video or so, but it was quite unfortunate, that video wasn't around. It got struck down, and from what I've been hearing though, as of recently, I'm not quite sure Black Sheep he can upload content as of right now, but it's such a shame. But the way I see it though is like his content is actually pretty good. Actually, scratch that. It's actually pretty great to be watching though, from start to finish though. But the best part is there are times where I can actually, speak or rather communicate with Black Sheep of the World 98, especially on Discord. I mean, there are times where I can at least try to, but let's be, real about this or honest about this. There are times where he could just be busy with his personal life. If I'm just gonna be, honest or real about this. Yep. But it's whenever that me and him can actually get the chance to actually be talking. But I honestly wouldn't mind if I ever had the chance to be speaking with them, especially behind the scenes on Discord. So the way I see it as of right now is Black Sheep. He is always welcome to reach out to me on Discord if anything. But if I'm gonna be honest or so, I mean, I would just rather just have like a combo with them, especially on a Discord call. I mean, he could at least try to do texting, but I would just rather do a call with them. Yep. But it would have been a surprise if he was actually here in the live chat though. But I don't know. But most likely he might consider watching this live stream though. And I did react to one of his videos and whatnot. But if people are actually wondering why Black Sheep is not in the live chat or so, like he has been busy with the personal life, so I think there's a reason why that he's not in the live chat though. But keep us in mind, it's up to Black Sheep's personal decision if if he ever have it. Yes, if he ever has that chance to be in the live chat, communicate, and actually say his piece and stuff like that. Yep. But I'm pretty sure that you people would be in for a surprise if he, were to join, in one of my streamer panels, especially, the ones that are, public and whatnot. I don't even know. But we'll have to wait and see if that day will actually happen or so. But keep us in mind, I can't really force Black Sheep of the World 98 because he is my homie or so, and I've got like mad respect for the guy. And one thing that I just greatly appreciate from him is he has been like strongly been supporting my content for the past like 40 years, and that should be more than good enough for me. And so far, it's like there are times where me and him can actually try to have like a civil conversation with each other, but he is always welcome to like give me a call on Discord whenever he wants to. Like if he ever wants to have a chance to catch up with me, then guess what? My DMs are always open on Discord. Like he is always welcome to be doing that. But keep this in mind, I can't really force him though if he, yeah, I can't be doing that, but That is entirely up to Black Sheep on what he wants to do, like whether if I want to try to reach out to him or if he wants to try to reach out to me. But like I said, he does have his own personal life, so I'm not gonna really say too much into that. But for the most part, I just let Black Sheep be his own person or so. But anyways, let me see if there's gonna be some comments or so, and I think most likely some final comments. So, anyways, is there any comments that your people want to have a chance to say? Because in a little while, I am gonna go on ahead and wrap this live stream up or so. Because most likely, I've already said what I needed to say, and I want to make sure if you people are just gonna just say like whatever that you want to say in the live chat before if I were to wrap this live stream up. So most likely I've already said what I need to say, and overall I would say that this live stream has been a pretty damn good one. So I do appreciate that the people were actually here in the live chat. They were just saying their piece or so. But I want to make sure if there's gonna be some more comments or so, and I'm gonna go on ahead and see if I can try to make more live streams that are going to be like this or so. But overall, I think most likely I'm gonna see if I could try to have like a variety when it comes to my live stream. More specifically, topic variety, you could say. Yep. I mean, it is like one thing to be like having like how do I say this like chill streams or better yet open forms and whatnot, but I want to make sure if I could try to have some variety when it comes to this channel, my main channel. But overall, I just greatly appreciate that you people have been in the live chat, just saying your piece on this, and yeah. But there is one thing that I do have to appreciate though, is at least earlier that Winter King was here saying his piece about all of this. But then after that, it just became like a chill stream after that when he was here. Yep. I mean, I'm not quite sure what else to say other than, so far this live stream has been like a pretty damn good one. As a matter of fact, a pretty damn great one or so. But can you imagine it if, it would have been a surprise if, Black Sheep was here in the live chat or so. But I also have to appreciate other people that they were just, here or so. Yep. So I just have to give major props to my homie Black Sheep of the Ward 98. Yep, and keep this in mind. The way I see it right now is I have always got my homies back. And I'm pretty sure that you people in the live chat can actually agree with me on that. Yep. But anyways, most likely it's about time for me to actually wrap things up here because like I said, I've already said what I need to say when it comes to the majority of this live stream. I just greatly appreciate that you people have been here for the most part. So yeah. But anyways, let me go on ahead and see if I can try to get things ready because in a little while I am gonna go on ahead and actually wrap this live stream up or so. But if you people have any like comments that you want to say more specifically, any final comments, then go on ahead and say it though, because it's about time for me to actually wrap this live stream up or so. Yep. Okay, so let me go on ahead and just check, or should I say double check, just to make sure if there's going to be some comments, or should I say final comments. Yep. Anyways, one thing that I am going to be saying though is you people are just amazing in the live chat, and I will do everything I can to make sure if I could try to be providing, some more live streams or so. Yep. But there is one thing that I am going to be saying though, like for those who are watching this as of right now, is I've been trying my best to make sure if I could try to be providing some more live streams or so. But unfortunately, you could say that I have been busy with my personal life, and I did want to make sure if I can, try to balance though. Yep. So I think that you people have been noticing that you are seeing like less live streams, but there is a reason for that. Is because I've been trying to focus more on my so-called studies or so. But I will do everything I can to make sure if I can, try to be providing some more live streams and whatnot. But we'll have to wait and see if I can actually try to do that, for you people to be enjoying. Yep. So to the people that are watching this, I really do hope that you people can understand where I'm coming from. That I'm trying to balance my personal life. Yep. Okay, so I think it's about time for me to get to the so-called final comments, though, because in a little while it's about time for me to actually, wrap up this live stream because most likely I've already said what I needed to say. Yep. But overall, all I can really say is right now is I've already reacted to the video. All I can really say right now is it was a pretty damn good video. Actually, scratch that. It was actually a pretty damn great video. Yep. But it would have been cool if Black Sheep would have kept this video on his channel, but unfortunately, it's not available anymore. But thankfully, I found another way to react to it because the way I see it, I've got mad respect for my homie Black Sheep of the World 98. But not only that, I also want to make sure if I can react to it so that way people can actually watch it in my live streams at any time or so. Because from what I've been hearing though as of recently, I just don't understand why, certain videos of Black Sheep, like they're not even around anymore. But it's like Black Sheep did not even do anything wrong whatsoever. Like all he's trying to do is just get his points across. Like that's all he's literally trying to do. And I actually go in depth with this content. But the best part is there are times where I actually speak with them behind the scenes, just me and him on Discord. Yep. But I'm gonna see if I could try to reach out to him. But keep this in mind though, that's Black Sheep's, own decision, when he actually has the time to be speaking with me. Because like I said, there are times where he could just be busy with his personal life and I don't want to try to bother him all that much though. But if Black Sheep happens to watch this, then he is always. I am gonna say this as of right now. Yes, I am gonna say this as of right now. He is always welcome to DM me. More specifically, he is always welcome to call me at any time. And if he wants to have a chance to give me a call, then guess what? I am up for it. I will take some time and actually make some time for my homie Black Sheep of the Ward 98. Because the way I see it though is he is actually getting like a lot of people's respect. So that's just how, I do things. That's how Black Sheep does things. That's how we all do things, especially in this community, which is, well, my community, of course, the Umbrella Spear community. But the one thing that I want to say though, now that I did brought up, the Umbrella Spear community. I mean, I'm not quite sure what the members have been like doing, but keep this in mind though, I can't really speak for them though because they've been doing their own thing for the most part, but that's up to them on what they actually want to be doing with their personal lives and whatnot. But the one thing that I do want to say though is I really do hope that I can't really force them, but it would be quite a surprise if they ever have a chance to, be in my live chat or so. But I'm pretty sure that they are busy with their own personal lives. But I'm just, hoping that from time to time they will make an appearance in the live chat or so. Yep. But anyways, let me go on ahead and see if there's going to be some comments or so, more specifically some final comments or so, because I think it's about time for me to actually, wrap things up here. So overall, I've already, said my piece about all of this, and I just greatly appreciate, every last one of you for actually, sticking around, watching this live stream. And overall, for me personally, I actually did had a good time, especially since Witcher King came into my streamer panel and me and him, we were just having like, a chill stream. But anyways, I think most likely I'm going to be ending this live stream in about like 1 minute or so. So I am going to go on ahead and see if I can try to get this ready. Okay, let me see if I can actually. Okay, there we go. That should be able to do it. Okay. So anyways, I am going to go on ahead and wrap up this live stream because I've already said what I need to say when it comes to, this live stream. So I just greatly appreciate it. Okay, so the one last thing, or more specifically, one final thing that I want to say though, as of right now, is to the homie Black Sheep of the World 98. That was a pretty damn good video. Actually, scratch that. It was a pretty damn great video. And to Kadeem the King, fuck off and leave us alone. Anyways, I'm gonna be ending this live stream because I've already said what I had to say. But anyways, thank you for watching this dope live stream that I was currently doing now. So give this live stream a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next upcoming live stream. Bye, everyone.